Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and I know a lot of you guys are anticipating a teams video in terms of like what is the meta team, what is the best team. This is a team video utilizing Zoro's main passive, or not his main passive, but like utilizing Zoro in a case where he is in a good position to of course showcase his capabilities. And yeah, let's just go through his passives because I haven't made a video on him. So pretty much when attacking a burning enemy, he inflicts wanted, gain 50 yen for each takedown on a wanted enemy. And then of course this is the one thing that a lot of you guys do love him for, and what you guys think he's only known for, but there's much more to his passives than just this. Triple rules from boss bounty missions, double rift shard gain from rifts. These two are pretty nice, but he's not just for that. I've seen a lot of people like misjudge Zoro and say he's only going to be used for rifts and bounties, but that's not the case. Of course, the second passive here, attacks inflict bleed for 50% of the unit's damage over 10 seconds, and he does burn for 20% of the unit's damage over 10 seconds. He does 50% more damage to wanted enemies, so basically, if you got Luffy, he's doing basically 90% more damage to wanted enemies. When an enemy in range is healed, deals 100% of unit's damage, so pretty much the exact same passive as the old Zoro, but this time you can inflict rupture. And then when attacking an enemy with burn applied by this unit, apply an additional burn stack for each burn stack on that enemy, up to 4. When attacking the same enemy, buff damage by 0.5% per burn stack. This buff resets when attacking a new enemy. So pretty much you just want to get a lot of burn stacks on the enemy, and that's why we've got Hibana. Irons can even apply the burn stack. You got Might Guy, and Might Guy is very good because his burn stacks are kind of crazy. And we also got Kafka, who we're gonna be. Well, she's not really applying it, but she's just there as a buff up because she's gonna be applying Deceased, and she does a lot of damage. So let me run you guys through him. The familiar I am running on him. So you got 23% damage, 36% crit damage, 24% range, and 28.2% crit chance. And his Memoria, I am running Contagious on his Memoria. And what his Memoria does is just makes you do 50% more damage in rifts. So I guess it's a semi-decent global passive because it's pure 50% more damage. It's not 50% more damage to your stat, because as you can see, so it's just pure damage, which is very nice. He deals 30% more damage to enemies inflicted with rupture. So I did give the rupture doctor to our Irons, so he's able to apply rupture. So all enemies do have rupture. So he's able to, of course, do 30% more damage. And then for every buff in this unit, he gains crit chance equal to that, but 0.25%. So basically a quarter of his damage buff will equal crit chance. So pretty much you can go up to, of course, max crit chance, which is very nice, and yeah, he does a lot of damage. So let's just get into placing all our units, and let me just tell you how they work. So we're gonna max all our units for the sake of the sandbox, but I'll go into a rift later on, and I'll show you how I utilize this team without maxing all the units. So we got you with your rupture. We can use the fireball spell, which allows us to get an extra burn stack. And then our pain and might guy. Ideally, you want to, of course, ninjutsu these guys 5 times, because as you do know, once you do 5 ninjutsus, this buff becomes permanent. The 100% crit rate for 30 seconds. So right now you can see it's at 6.7 crit rate, but it's not really effective. So if you want, you can ninjutsu them pretty much 5 times to get that buff to 100%. I won't really be doing that for this part, and I guess I will. I'll be back once I have it, so I can make sure to showcase the full DPS potential of this team setup. Okay, so I did make sure to get the 5 ninjutsu stacks in, just so he has the 100% crit rate guaranteed. And you can see we have our irons down. For the sake of just a sandbox, I'm gonna max all the units. Of course, in an actual rift run, we're not gonna be maxing all the units. What's nice about Zoro is he's 67k yen, and if you utilize Luffy, the gear 4 mode, of course, you can basically give him, how much construction is it? It's 2% per upgrade, yeah. 28% cost reduction to your Zoro, which is pretty nice. You can see right here, he's down there. So it's pretty nice with utilizing gear for Luffy, but let me run you guys through each Memoria and Familiar. So as I told you, C to Chopper, and then Alucard's Memorial with Enthusiast Walk. Then for Hibana, we are running Contagious DOT Amp, and we're also running this bird, which gives a high crit damage and a decent amount of crit chance. Then for Azura, I already showed you guys, and Kafka, I am running the AV Familiar, which gives us -5 SPA. And for Monarch, you do need at least -5 SPA. But if you have Blitz, you can just run I forgot. My brain just turned off, mate. Okay, I have the other copy right here. If I have Blitz, yeah, you want to run like a certain SPA. I think it was a 10 SPA. Oh my days, I forgot. But you guys, low-key forgot, mate. Give me a second. Okay, so I had to quickly go digging, and I think I did find it. I think it was a Blitz and a 7% SPA stat. So it will be an A stat, as you can see here. So it should be a 7% SPA stat. And that way you can have 6.7 SPA, and that is the ideal SPA stat for her. So you can see on placement, and when you do max, she is on 6.7 SPA. So we got all these units set up in terms of where they're going to be. Of course, we're going to have Pain down because he's going to be spawning multiple might guys. And that's pretty much it for this part. So what you want to do with Luffy, of course, is get into the transformation and stay in here for 100 seconds because he just gets 100% more damage. So I'll be back once I'm done with this thing. Okay, so testing Luffy and well, pretty much this team against 7 billion boss, see how much damage we can do over 120 seconds. So I'll spawn the boss in exactly at 22. And yeah, so at 24 is when you will stop. So right about now, and let's go transform into you. And yeah, we'll let Guy, Kafka, Zoro, Hibana, Ainz, and Pain do all their stuff while we do our stuff. So we use all our abilities, just getting as much damage as we can, because as you guys do know, over time Zoro does do more damage, so he's infinitely stacks. So yeah, wanna make use of that. Oh my days, I missed, bro. I'm underground, yo. I'm losing damage, bro. It's not fair. Okay, I flipping missed. Yeah, I missed 2 attacks, by the way. I've lost out on a lot of extra damage. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. We've already done a lot of damage, so I said at 24, we'll check the damage over 120 seconds, so yeah. Let's E. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for R. Yeah, I hit this one this time. Let's go for T. Let's go for F. Let's go for E. Let's go for Q. Let's go for T. Let's go for R. I'm gonna untransform real quick. Quickly, can I use this one? Yeah, I can. Then quickly go back into use these ones. And we got a lot of guys there as well. And yeah, we'll just use whatever abilities we got left. There we go. So you saw how much damage we did. Oh man, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll put on the screen how much damage we actually did to that boss and over what time. So yeah, let me get into this. Okay, so in those 2 minutes we did roughly 5.97 billion damage, which over 120 seconds is 49.7 million DPS. So I guess I'll round that up to 50 million DPS because as you did see, I did miss 2 of my attacks on my Luffy. Plus I didn't even use the nukes beforehand in terms of like while I was transformed I didn't use the nukes. So yeah, there's a lot for it in terms of like the team DPS. It can get up to 50 million, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the team setup. And yeah, what this team can do. Let's just get into the rift run, and yeah, you guys can see if this team can even clear the rift. They should be able to very easily. And the run might be a bit chatty because I can't lie, my brain was tweaking in the run. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm in this rift. As you can see, 10 mil on spawn. Let's get you placed down, Zoro. He's not gonna be doing much for now. Let's get Luffy down as well, so he can get his repulse going and all of his shenanigans. I guess let's get you down as well, so you're the closest with Fireball. Nah, Fireball. I guess we'll go for Fireball can work, yeah. Shouldn't be too hard dealing with these guys. Come on, Luffy, you got this, mate. Any day, Luffy. Any day. I'm gonna get him down over here. Ninjutsu onto you. I'll get my Hibanas placed like slightly apart. And yeah, so far you can see dealing with these guys are very easy. I'll get my Hibanas placed like this. I'll keep one Hibana because, as you know, you can't sell units. So I'm gonna keep one Hibana so I can move up here afterwards. So yeah, first things first, we're gonna be utilizing Gear 4 Luffy just to get cost reduction for our Zoro, because that is what we're gonna be doing mainly. So I'm gonna be utilizing this and just keep switching between each stack. If I put VFX on, you guys know, if you saw my initial showcase, you can let cog 5 attack and then go into cog 4, let cog 4 attack and then go back into cog 5. So yeah, we can just get the cost reduction going. And that does allow Zoro to get cost reduction as well, which is very nice. So we'll just keep going with this Luffy and just alternate between cog 5 and cog 4. And yeah, we also can get our spider manipulator, so we can get our Kafka in, I guess, right here, set the closest. And yeah, things are going to be very easy. As you can see, there's no issues at all with the basic enemies. Maybe the bosses might cause some disturbance, but it should be very easy as well. So just getting these upgrades in, that's all that matters. Because maxed out Zoro should reach, yeah, base, that's not too bad. And yeah, we are full AoE on this Luffy as well, so it should be very easy now. Just dealing with these guys. And yeah, with our might guy over here that I did place down, where is he? Brain is tweaking. Oh, I can't sell him. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, mate. So we can't really... Yeah, I should not place this one, that's kind of my bad. But yeah, we want to keep this placement, of course, until you have your pain maxed out, because ninjutsuing him early means that you're going to leave him on placement. You have to spend yen to upgrade him, so I did make the mistake on that part, but we're only really using one. We're losing one unit, so it should be fine, I guess. Yeah, Luffy just doing a lot of work for this early game wise. And yeah, Kafka's doing not too much because there's no DLTs to detonate down there, but things should be very smooth. Especially with utilizing Gift 5 Luffy. So yeah, Luffy can nearly be maxed out. Once he's maxed out, we'll transform back. And we'll just keep alternating. But yeah, once he's maxed out, we're going to be using his cost reduction. As you can see, Zoro is getting cost reduced, which is very nice. Any moment now, we should be able to max this soon. Let me get that hit in. There we go. Then he got his hit in. We'll go back to the other one. You'll get your hit in soon. And we'll go back to this. There you go. Kaido should not be any issues at all. And now we can just start getting upgrades into Zoro because he does have cost reduction. So it should be very quick and easy. And yeah, what's nice about pretty much this Luffy is that, yeah, he should be able to just deal with this boss so easily because he can just follow it from the start to the end. So we'll just get the damage going with this Luffy. Yeah, and this Kaido stands no chance at all. And yeah, since I haven't maxed out, I might as well just use my nuke soon. I guess I can pop in now, double Q. And yeah, you just pretty much just killed all those guys, which is crazy. So yeah, Luffy alone is doing a lot of stuff. And then yeah, we can max our Zoro soon. So we got our Zoro maxed out. And now we're just gonna get our Pain maxed out. And that's all there is for this team setup. And that's all there is we need to do. And yeah, the final boss, the 1 points, is it 1.7 billion? It should just get melted. And yeah, that's why I kept one Hibana, because as you can see, I can't sell these guys. So I can place at least one Hibana at the front. And you can see our Kafka is getting a lot of damage now. And yeah, things are just going very smooth right now. Let's say Zoro to last. Yeah, and the extra yen we do get, I guess we won't really put it towards this guy because we can't sell him, but I guess I'll put my extra yen towards Kafka or Irons. And since Pain is using ninjutsu towards like the last like final 30 seconds of the final or the final boss, we can just pop this ability and get like a lot of extra burn damage going. I should have put this Hibana right here, but it's all good. And yeah, as you can see, utilizing just 3 units, we kind of max the 3 main important units for this team setup, so that's what's nice. And yeah, boom. So you see the main 3 units are upgraded to max, and that's all that matters, you know. So Luffy, Zoro, and Pain. As you can see, my guys are here now as well, so they should be maxed out. And that is my bad in terms of placing him early. So I recommend you guys not to place this guy until you have your Pain maxed out. So you can ninjutsu him onto this one and have just another max Madara for extra burn damage. And your Kafka is here, as you can see. We'll get slightly upgraded if I want to. Well, since the boss will get, I guess, slightly far, we might be too. But I'll get into the Sun God transformation just to eat up some time. What I mean by that is just to get the 100 seconds going, because as you do know, he does retain that buff, so he does help us a lot, yeah, when he's not in when we keep this transformation buff up. Okay, so yeah, things are looking fine. Let's just use E, this can get us a lot. He just launches into them. As you can see, he gets a lot of power on us. And your final boss should be spawning soon, like 35 seconds into the next wave, so yeah, we'll just wait a bit more. We'll have that buff up, and then we'll use both the nukes, and then go into Gear 5, and we'll let the units here deal with the boss, of course. So at this point I'll untransform. And yeah, he retains that buff. I mean, we didn't get the full buff, but he retains a good amount of the buff for 100 seconds, so we can use the double nuke. As you can see, took a lot of HP off him. And then I guess we can put extra money towards some of these units, but it's all good. We go back into here. Use our abilities, get these abilities going. Okay, can I just use regular E? Like, I hate it when the game does this. And you can see the damage we are doing, so I can quickly, let me untransform real quick, because I want to use the pain nuke. So use this. Oh, no units have been sold. My bad, mate. But as you can see, the damage on our look at Hibana EDPS. So I could just go back into this just to get more extra damage in, but yeah, as you can see, the team does do pretty well. I do have another team sub that we'll be trying eventually soon, but for the initial team for this update, this is what I have to show you guys. And yeah, as you can see, it does hold up really well, and it can clear the rift pretty easily. And each unit does do their own part, so let's just untransform again. And yeah, of course, Pain did a decent amount of damage. The clones he did spawn in did a decent amount of damage. Luffy did a lot of damage, of course. Zoro did a decent amount as well. Kafka did help a lot. I guess I could have maxed Kafka towards the end, so she's always hitting the boss, placing a better spot as well. Each Hibana did a lot of damage as well, as you can see. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the team setup. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. The one thing that this team does lack is, of course, it's slow. So I guess you could incorporate Alucard into this. And yeah, that's for you guys to decide. Or you could bring in, what's her name? Kurumi, and yeah, you guys can figure that out. So this will be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, yeah, peace. Like and subscribe, yeah, peace.